Bryson's distance control, it's got to be quite difficult because he's
Totally.
using these irons that, I mean, I don't know how much help. I mean, there's a load of weight in the toe. They've got that big tungsten kind of black block where he puts his logo on it and stuff like that on the toe. And there's just a lot going on. And the other guys, they're simplifying the game.
Yeah.
That's what, to me, it comes down to. Everyone else is trying to simplify it. He's trying to make it more complicated.
100%. Welcome back to the Golf Asylum Podcast. You're listening to this on July 1st. Happy Canada Day.
I was going to say July 1st. Yes, happy Canada Day to those who are listening north of the border.
Big week. July 1st, July 4th, July 5th.
Big week.
Big week. 50?
Couple close. Too close, Michael. Too close indeed. But happy birthday to the US. Happy birthday to Canada.
Yep. Happy birthday to yourself.
Happy birthday to old man Fraser.
Anyways.
How was your week?
It was all right. Played a bit of golf. The weather's nice, finally. It's going to be roasting this week.
Yeah. A tester this week. Tester for the endurance.
I'm playing 36 on Wednesday.
Are you?
Aye. Oof. And then there's a big party at the club, 150th.
Is it the 150th?
150th. Yeah, they did it July 1st and they combined them, which is good. So that'll be fun. It'll be a long day. Be no driving.
That'll be a lot.
It'll be a lot.
Get the electrolytes in you on Wednesday, sunshine. That'll be, what's it going to be, 34?
34, feel like 40, they say.
Yeah.
Bit moist.
That'll be a tough one for a lot of especially some of the older boys.
Yeah.
Try to rock in. Will they maybe adjust that a little bit?
I think everyone is in carts because it's a 8-man alternate shot. Yeah. Just to get
8-man alternate shot.
Because there's an event in the morning, there's an event in the afternoon, then there's a 9-hole Watson event. So it will be crazy, but we've got a good group, so it'll be a laugh. But everyone's in carts, so you won't be baking in the sun for too long.
Well, as we record this, Scotland have exited the World Cup. Just saying.
What about Canada?
No Scotland, no party. Yeah, Canada done brilliant.
I know nothing. No,
they don't.
Soccer.
I mean, listen, Scotland are have set the record of the team who've played the most World Cups without qualifying from a group. So Canada have done it, and advanced to the last 16. It's a heck of an achievement. Because really, I mean, behind multiple sports, football's not really top of the Canadian sporting hierarchy, is it?
No.
So the boys have done brilliant. Last minute goal or 92nd minute goal yesterday to make it through. Kudos to them.
Yeah. When do they play next?
Probably a week or so.
Right.
Maybe not quite a week actually. Maybe kind of back end of this week or whatever.
There's a big game.
Sorry, it's a week. It'll be a week.
Big game in Toronto though. Portugal, Croatia.
It'll be a great game.
Yeah, listen, if no one knows, there's a lot of Croatians in Toronto. There's a lot of Portuguese in Toronto. Mm-hmm. That will be, if you could go to a World Cup game, that would be a cool one to be to because the energy would be nuts. Yeah. It would be cool to see Ronaldo play. Yep. I mean, I know, nothing, but
Modric is there. There's a bunch of top players on both sides. So, that would be a great one to go and see.
Yeah.
I'd love to go and watch that game. It's worked out that way because it looked like Portugal would win their group and then Colombia won the group.
Yep.
So Toronto kind of got lucky. This is our last one. Or one and done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is our last game.
Who we don't know who we're playing yet, or
no? In terms of
okay.
The last one we host.
Right. Okay.
But I think it's been good for the city.
Yeah.
I had to drive into the city on Friday when there was a game on. Tell you what, driving in is no good.
I mean, driving in's no good.
It's not good most of the time.
Yeah.
But tell you, getting around the city when there's World Cup traffic.
Yikes! No thanks.
No bueno. That World Cup's been good. I've really enjoyed it this time.
I've watched maybe a full game since it's been on.
Aye.
Yeah.
It's been good. And the tournament starts now. Now the group stages are done. This is like knockouts when it becomes real. That's when you've got to play your best players. Like the last round, Argentina rested Messi, Norway rested Haaland.
Right.
Loads of top players are getting rested. No one can rest anyone now because there's no gimmies. Anyone really can, just about anyone can beat anyone. So...
Do you have to declare they're resting?
No.
Pre-game? Can they get thrown in mid-game? Or
yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
They'll be in the subs bench. And like Messi came on and ended up scoring in the last game.
Shocker.
just turned 39 the other day. 6 goals in 3 games. Like, it's obscene.
Ronaldo's old, though. He's 41.
He's older, yeah. He's older than Messi, yeah.
You think he plays the next World Cup because it's in Portugal, Spain, and you got to?
You can't.
You got
no, not at 45. I mean, he is a kind of physical anomaly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, no one plays a World Cup at 45. We've got Scotland have got the oldest ever World Cup player in our squad, and he's 43, but he's a goalkeeper.
Right.
And he's not even playing; he's just in the squad.
Right.
You know, when you're up front and you're supposed to be fast and reactions and stuff like that. I mean, I hate to say it as somebody who's of a very similar age to Cristiano Ronaldo. There's no chance you're playing at that level when you're that age. But if anyone can, he can.
Yeah, for sure.
Because biologically, if you look at his obviously his body and then obviously your body can aesthetically be the way it is, and he's kept his body unbelievable. I mean, I listened to his 2 teammates at Man United talk about his regimen when he was in his early 20s, and they're like, no, this isn't a new thing. This isn't a preservation thing he figured out in his 30s. He was doing all this stuff in his 20s.
So his biological age and chronological age has got to be
miles
massive.
apart.
Yeah,
so he's 41. They reckon he's probably got a biological age in his late 20s. Which is remarkable to sort of stave off aging that way and cellular,
I'm 31. Feel like I'm 58.
60. I know. Your pension.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Now the World Cup's been good, and as I say, the knockout stages are coming thick and fast.
Yeah.
This morning we had a playoff
Travelers.
of the Travellers. You watched it? I didn't.
I watched it.
Talk me through it.
Both hit good tee shots. I think Hovland had like 150. It said he was hitting 9-iron into the green.
Mm-hmm.
He was hitting second. Scheffler hit a lovely shot to, 4 feet, 5 feet or something like that. And he missed it. It hit high. Oh, to be fair, Hovland took forever to hit his putt. I mean, the guy's 5 fingers, 8 fingers, feeling it in his hips. I'm like, hit the putt already. But obviously, it's for big cash, so you take your time. And then Scottie got up there. He looked quick for some reason. Like he was just like, I don't know, maybe he was confident or something. Hit high left of the lip, and it just rolled out. So it's unfortunate, but
kudos to these boys for going out and
no kidding.
being able to switch the engine on and go that fast.
All that work for one hole.
I know. No overnight stay.
But I would have liked to seen Scottie win it. I mean, nice to see. Okay, it's great Hovland won. He is a good player, but I'd for sure be favored Scottie Scheffler.
You're smiling there like a wee girl who has a crush.
I think he's great.
Good for you. He's a good golfer. He is a good golfer. I actually, this is terrible to say. I'm enjoying the fact that he's having a struggle. Yeah. I'm enjoying this, not the Scottie Scheffler show. I just don't enjoy. I just don't think watching him dominate golf is not what I enjoy seeing. I enjoy seeing other people having. Now, there's styles to the way people play. So when Tiger was obviously dominating, when others have been dominated, I've enjoyed it more because of the style in which they do it.
Right.
There's nothing about the style in which Scottie does it that I really.
I will say he doesn't give it excitement when he makes a putt or something. Like, I mean, on a Friday, if Tiger was making a 10-footer for birdie, he's still fist pumping, right?
I mean, if Tiger shoots 60 on the second round, I mean, we're all fired up.
Oh,
we're all fired up. I saw Scottie shot 60 and turned it off.
I know.
Which is a shame because he is holding golf up in the sense of like he is obviously the poster boy and what have you. Just for whatever reason, we've all got our things we like about people and the things we don't. You know, just not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, be nice to see him defend in Birkdale.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one. Opens are tough to defend because of how many variables you've got. I think tomorrow, final qualifying. I saw some of the boys are over for final qualifying. The Brian Bros are playing a practice round with Sergio this morning.
Crazy.
I know. They were like, this is so surreal.
But
they're kind of like pals now because they've done that live duels thing and all that. So, like, you could hear them all having good banter and, George Bryan hit a good shot. You hear Sergio in the background. Great shot, Georgie boy. It's good.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good.
Totally.
You know?
No Sergio.
I was going to say Sergio's probably
jealous,
trying to take advantage of the popularity of the Bryan Bros to try and help his profile.
He needs it.
Oh, surly Spanish ratbag that he is. He's brutal, isn't he?
I used to love Sergio too.
Do you know what?
I wouldn't say I loved him, but I enjoyed watching
when he
him
was
play.
When he was a young kind of gunslinger in the early days, played the European Tour and stuff like that. You know, I enjoyed him then. But working at TaylorMade when I did, we heard all the stuff he would do.
Of course.
And all the, You know, 2010, the Open was at St Andrews. So that week, T-Mag at the time, TaylorMade Adidas Golf, overtook Acushnet. So at the time, Acushnet was Titleist FootJoy Cobra, and T-Mag overtook them to become the number one brand in golf.
Right.
So they were the most market share, revenue, all that sort of stuff. So there was a huge party TaylorMade put on at one golf place just at the back of the 18th green. So all the players were there, Goosen, like all the top names of that time. Everyone was there. The big unveiling was Camilo Villegas.
Oh, really? Wow.
He was coming over from Cobra, and at the time, TaylorMade were launching the Rocket Balls brand.
Right.
And he was the poster boy for Rocket Balls, fast,
Okay,
dynamic, a little bit different. And so him and Sergio were really tight. So Sergio kind of brought him to meet Mark King and Ben Sharp and Andrew Law and all these guys. And Sergio just sat in the corner like a baby.
Really?
He's just like, and Camilo.
Jealous.
Camilo was just talking with everyone, time for everyone, just mingling and getting to know the whole crew and stuff like that. And Sergio just sat in the corner, just didn't talk to anyone, just miserable. I know.
Tell you, if you're miserable in Scotland, you'd be called a word that no one can say online.
Aye.
I'm thinking it, so are you.
I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what it rhymes with as well. No, so the stuff like that, you lose this sort of love and support for someone, don't you? But I mean, when he won the Masters, is it 18 or 17? When was Danny Willett? Was Danny Willett 16?
Yeah, Sergio was 17. Patrick Reed was 18.
Right.
Tiger was 19.
So when Sergio won that, I did, even though it was over just nose, I did feel a bit of relief.
Yeah.
For Sergio that he got a Masters. So even still, you still pull for the guy a little bit.
Yeah.
In Ryder Cups, he's been incredible in those Ryder Cups. But over time, it's just your support for someone wanes when you see them acting the way that they.
Again, if Liv never happened, I mean, you could have seen him in the future Ryder Cup captain.
No doubt about it.
The whole Spanish guys would kind of rally around him and stuff. And
absolutely.
But
no, they wouldn't have him near the thing.
Oh no, that one sailed.
Do you know what's funny? Actually, you never hear him mentioned. I mean, you hear people talk about, it's a shame Westwood never got one. Shane Poulter's not going to get one. To be honest, people even say there's a Shane McDowell's not going to get one.
Yeah.
No one talks about Sergio, and he's the number one point scorer in Ryder Cup history.
When you're a PR1CK,
I know.
You're done. Just
shows you how much.
Yeah.
There's levels to the game.
Yeah. Be a nice guy.
Oof.
Like us. Two nice guys.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think of the new PGA schedule that was announced, Michael?
I don't know. Listen, I think it's. I think that Tier 2 or the Challengers League becomes. I'm not saying this because Rory said it, and apparently he retracted his comments. A glorified Corn Ferry. I just think some of the events you're going to lose star power, and I think it's great to see. Some guys on tour like that. Michael Brennan or someone, up and coming to win. But I just think that Tier 2 is going to be not as interesting. Before the schedule, the one thing I don't like is that they've given Rory that exemption. He doesn't have to play the minimum of 15 events. I also don't think that's good for his game.
Why is that?
I don't know. I remember years ago, Spieth had to go into an event the week before a major because he was only at 12 events or something played. And they were like, you risk of getting your card regulated to Corn Ferry or something like that. Even though he won a major, he wasn't playing enough. Now, I get it. if you win a major, there's tons of media and there's tons of travel, and your schedule becomes 10x what a PGA Tour schedule is. But to give Rory that exemption, I don't know. I will say, to give Rory that exemption, it will hurt the Champions tier because he's not going to play 20 events.
No.
He's going to play 10 of them. And, the other events, they want the star power. Like when Rory came to Canada, it was massive for the event. Everyone wanted to see him play. So, I don't know. I think that's a bit of a miss by the PGA Tour.
Yeah. You don't want there to be rules for just the elite guys.
No.
You want the top guys to all be playing by the same rules.
Totally.
It's bad for the game. People talk about grow the game. Rory McIlroy, you're picking and choosing when he plays and sitting on the bench for as much as it feels like we've hardly seen him this year.
Totally. And the fact that he's skipping, what they should have done before this was the signature events was mandatory if you qualified. Mm-hmm. For him to step out of the Travelers, I know it's just off the U.S. Open, but still a signature event's a signature event. Yeah. Your sponsors, your fans, everyone's paying to see the best of the best, and when one's missing, it's a bit weird, but I don't know. I think it's a miss by the PGA Tour.
So no more signature events, which I think is probably a positive. That signature event stuff with no cuts and all that sort of nonsense. That really was just a reaction or it was a retort to live, right? So for the top guys to get paid what they felt like they were missing out on. Yeah, glad that's gone. I think the biggest thing is the Tour Championship, instead of Eastlake always hosting, is going to rotate.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I think that's good.
I don't mind that. I think Eastlake's gotten a little sleepy.
I do as well. It doesn't feel like what it used to feel. I don't know if it's maybe one of those courses that have, been affected by the distance guys are hitting it or whatever, but it just doesn't feel like the way that it used to. Is it definitely match play format?
I've heard there will be a match play event. I don't know if it's for the Tour Championship. I know they were talking there will be a season champion and then there'll be a playoff champion.
That's silly.
Yeah,
you can't say, well, silly in the sense of like, I think you do have to follow other sports, like in NFL, your division champion, conference champion, whatever it is. But who cares, right?
Yeah, who cares?
You get a flag, you can,
Yeah.
whatever. But it only matters who the champion is.
100%.
You've got to, and it should reset. We talked about it a couple of weeks ago. The whole kind of like starting at 10 under, 8 under, no good. So I think if it goes to match play, I think that's good. Now, do they get the winner they want every time? No, that's not how match play works. The World Match Play showed us that all those years where
you have Billy Horschel win
Sam
it.
Burns, there was names that they didn't always want, but also there was a period where it was Tiger and it was top names up there playing in it. So
I think the nice thing with match play is you always see shots that you would never see in a stroke play because guys can go after it a little bit more chip-ins. I find more hole outs. I find same in a Ryder Cup. Yeah. So I think the match play will be good. I was driving home from Buffalo, so I listened to the press conference, and the CEO was like, people have been asking for match play. So clearly he listened to the podcast.
Without a doubt.
So thanks, Brian.
Can you blame him?
No, I don't blame him.
But he's not a subscriber. Like the rest of you guys who are not subscribing, subscribe now.
Hit the button.
Like and subscribe. Yeah, so it's quite the move.
The interesting one is the Champions Series is $20 million purses, and then the Challenge Series is $4 million purses. Yeah. Again,
that's where Rory said about the glorified corn fairy.
Totally.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Totally. And the other thing too, I don't know how they haven't mentioned this one, but the PGA Tour University, the guys who graduate, do they go to Challenge or do they go to Champions?
I would imagine it's Challenger, isn't it?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, the championships, top tier is got to be an earned status.
Yeah. The thing is, you go to Challengers and you don't do anything for 5 years, you're done. But you have someone like Ludwig who just went on the PGA Tour and has had a bit of success, and he's kind of solidified himself.
I think it's a real opportunity. I've said this for a while, but I think the European Tour have to capitalise more on the turmoil of the PGA Tour.
I think you'll see boys go over there a lot more.
Yeah.
And so they should. I think their start of the season's great. I think Dubai's always fun to watch. And then you get stuff like the Italian Open was this week.
Yeah, Joaquin Niemann played in it.
Yeah.
You've got some names that are playing in these events. I sometimes think though the European Tour doesn't, or DP World Tour doesn't help themselves.
True.
You know, if you know they've been aligned with the sort of Arab states for a while, right? Obviously Dubai,
Qatar,
right? They've been playing events out there. I think if anyone, if Liv has pulled, or the PIF have pulled their money out of Liv. If I was a DP World Tour, I'd be come and put it with us.
Yeah.
Right?
Totally.
You can have more control of our events. Now, we're not going to revolutionise the thing, but we would like to bolster our events. We could like to put some more money in and draw, get back to the top venues. That was one of the biggest problems with the DP World Tour. They go to some really obscure venues.
Yeah. Almost Muni-like.
I mean, I saw a tee box in that Italian Open, and it looked like it was, those tee boxes and those kind of CD tier courses where you're in the woods and it's not getting enough light and growth. And
why are you not playing your Italian Open at Marco Simone every year?
Certainly, at least like every other or something. But that's a venue.
Yeah,
that's a venue people
totally
would go to.
Totally. I mean, we watched the Ryder Cup. We both said I would love to go play it.
Yeah, it just didn't look like that from what I saw. And I didn't watch the whole thing, but from what I saw, it didn't look like it was that the place was in that good a shape.
No.
Yeah, opportunities. I don't know who's in charge of the DP World Tour now. Keith Pelly moved back. Obviously, here he's at.
For another failing.
He's at. Is he
MLSE? Yeah,
MLSE.
Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, yeah. Who knows?
Another failing. That's a damning.
It's true though. You think Kawhi comes back to the Raps?
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not. He's old.
He's old. He's got to be 34, 35 now.
Yeah.
No,
I think Lowry who's coming back to retire as a Rap?
It'll be Lowry.
Yeah,
for one game. Yeah. Which is great. He's
Vince Carter did that, didn't he?
I think so.
Yeah. This is not a basketball podcast.
No. Our interest in basketball ended with the Raptors challenge ending in 2019 after the second year, because they won it in 18, didn't they?
They were close in 2020, bubble series. They were all playing in Orlando.
Yeah, 19 and 20, they still had a bit of a team left.
Yeah.
And then they had to break it up and build
too many Lithuanians.
That's the problem. It's not a game for the Europeans, is it?
I got cousins from Lithuania. They don't even know what basketball is.
Yeah, you're short, Mikey.
Oh no, I'm out. I played 1 year house league. That's it.
Women's KPMG, Nelly was going for the not three-peat, but 3 majors in a row.
I didn't watch any.
Didn't quite get it done.
No.
She's never got it going.
Who won? Japanese girl?
I thought it was a Korean girl.
She came back from like 10 back on one day or something like that.
Really? I think she shot a good round in the last round. I was keeping an eye on it, but I just thought, obviously more from a standpoint of I was obviously looking for Nelly to make some history.
Yeah.
Heiran Rue.
Nice.
Closes strong. 2 under last round.
That'd be nice. We 2 under.
What does she have? 2 under. So you reckon she had a bad start?
That's what I read.
Yeah, she was 1 over round 1. 8 under round 2. That's good. Yeah. The middle, she made a dent in it. 8 under, 4 under. Round 2 and 3.
Yeah, good playing.
Very good playing. Yeah, it would have been nice. Brooke Henderson, T3.
That's good.
Pretty good. I think she was actually there for most. I think maybe she had a bad last hole. I thought she was second when I saw. What did Brooke do at the end? Yeah, she was right there with 8 to go, and she played the last 8 holes and 1 over. Play that in a couple under, and she's tied. Shame. But Dream goes for Nelly. So hard to. I mean, 2 majors in a row is amazing. We were obviously saying, can she win them? Can she win them all? Yeah. Can she have that season? The kind of the major,
which would be huge for the LPGA.
Yeah, It would be. It'd put, the women's golf
Yeah.
kind of top of the headlines, isn't it?
Totally.
Where did she finish? So she finished T8.
Not bad.
Very good.
Made some money.
She's not struggling.
No.
She's not.
She's not hurting for a couple cents.
She's not struggling. Michael Block made his PGA or his Champions Tour debut. Did you watch any of
I
it?
saw it, yeah.
I just got the notification saying, could it happen?
I turned
He's won
it
back.
on. It must have been Saturday night, and it was Steve Stricker, Darren Clark playing a hole, and Padraig Harrington. Good group, great group. The boys still swing it lovely.
Yeah.
And then they showed a couple shots of Michael Block, and he asked his caddy to take the pin out. He had like a short little chip, and he chips it in, and he turns to the crowd. He goes, "I told you." And I'm like, listen, some people could think that's a bit irritating, annoying. But for the Champions Tour, like, I don't know, maybe having someone with a bit of energy is not the
100%.
worst. I thought I watched some shots. I thought he hit it lovely. He played well.
He is a showman.
I think, I would have rather seen Michael Block win than Dickie Pride. But yeah, I think it's good for the senior tour.
Yeah. I wouldn't have been flicking to see who was winning the Champions Tour event yesterday afternoon. If it wasn't for that,
Totally.
I would have had no inclination to look and see who's winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
But I don't think he finished far off.
He ended up, he went into playing the last hole 1 back, and at the end he was 5 back. Because he obviously, when he tripled the last,
Right, okay.
did you see what he done?
No.
So he had a lovely drive down 18. I think he had 150 yards in or something like that. He's hit, maybe it wasn't even that, to be honest. The pin's on the right-hand side of the green, and there's a tree overhanging, and he's clipped a branch and the tree come down. It's in a bunker because it's kind of, it's one of them, it's not kind of arced into the bunker and then rolled
Straight
back down.
down.
It's hit the branches and then dropped straight down.
Fried egg.
Vertical fried egg.
Oof.
So he's got it out the bunker to the back of the green. He's actually hit not a bad chip down to about, maybe it was like 6 feet. 3-whacked it.
Oi. With a 2-ball.
With a 2-ball.
As for the bin anyways.
No good, shame. So yeah, no, he was drive in the bunker out on 3 putts. That's 6 or 7. 2, 3, 4.
7.
7. And yeah, shame.
Yeah. I think, to be honest with you, if you were sitting in a boardroom of the Champions Tour today, I think you would have said, they would be saying, we would have loved to seen him win because I think it would be good for the Champions Tour.
Absolutely.
Like I said, the guy's obviously a golfer. He's a bit of a character. He can, I guess, pump up the crowd that shows up to a Champions Tour event. But
He, there aren't really, there isn't anyone I can think of on the Champions Tour who have embraced social media.
yeah,
Who's
true.
like a social media kind of phenomenon. It was Michael Block was effectively built on social media. The whole block party blocky thing, and it's there's no one
No.
out there who's like that. So
I mean, they almost had Phil, but that's over. Goodbye, Phil.
what's happened to Phil?
Oh, he's for the bin.
It's not even so much what's happened to Phil. It's just who is Phil.
I know.
That's it, isn't it?
The tough thing is,
Phil?
like, people who are fans of, some people say, like, you get disappointed when you meet your heroes kind of thing.
Yeah.
My dad is a huge Freddie Couples fan, met him at Riv, and Freddie was he wasn't a good guy.
that day.
Yeah. And my dad's like, I hate the guy. Yeah. People who are a Phil fan, I think pre his PGA win when he was getting all social media and hitting bombs and having a laugh, I think we all enjoyed it.
Yeah, and even more recently when he was doing the series with Grant.
Stuff with Grant was great.
Yeah.
And then that stuff that comes out about him, you're like, oh, he's just been a pig his whole life.
Yeah,
And I feel bad for his wife.
bad
I feel bad for his kids. I mean, again, his kids are old
feel
enough
bad for
now.
his kids. Yeah,
right?
I feel bad for his kids.
They know what's going on. So, and you lose 3 memberships to a golf course. I'd be for the bid. I'd be crying.
Yeah, that's the least of his worries.
I know.
That's the least of his worries. He is. He's made some bad choices and wronged some people that
I don't. I
he shouldn't have.
saying this confidently, I don't think we see Phil tee it up.
No.
I think that's over.
The one thing I will say is, though, with these guys, it's almost like their ego knows no bounds.
Yeah, true.
I remember with all the stuff with Tiger and
yeah.
all his failings and stuff. Honestly, he almost came back more popular than he went away.
I know.
After all that sort of stuff.
I remember watching that press conference when he apologized and he had the addiction to sex and stuff. And
he went and hugged his mom.
I know. I was going to say something, but I better not.
Phil Mickelson and his bicep curly.
Stop flexing.
I know.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is a shame. I mean, but to be honest, the rumors were out there for years, and
the phone stuff was weird.
Yeah,
paying people to drive around with his phone, his wife's tracking his phone. Oh, he's on the 13th. Oh, not on the wrong hole.
I mean, what is going on? If you think with that stuff, the whole gambling stuff with Vegas, he got himself in a mess with.
Clearly indulged too much in the red wine.
Yeah, he got himself in a bit of a pickle. He got himself in a pickle health-wise with all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Remember when he had the arthritis?
Yeah.
I tell you what, there's a pill for every ill. Oh, old Phil.
Phil the pill. Oh, well.
Shame that that's the end. That's the way it goes out for great player.
Someone was interviewed, I guess it was a friend or whatever, or an ex-friend, and they were like, he could have been the Arnold Palmer. He could have been,
I spoke to someone about this as well, though. Someone said that exact thing to me the other day. I says, you don't think Arnold would have been in the same boat if there was social media?
For sure. I
told you the one of the stories. So yeah. I mean, listen. There's people do some questionable things behind closed doors, and the world will never find out. The world is finding out because it's Phil Mickelson, and that type of thing.
I'm not saying everyone should get away with it or anyone should get away with that stuff, but you're right. From the 40s, 50s, 60s, if you knew what Hogan and all those boys were doing, they'd been canceled a long time ago.
Boys on tour, but. I remember when you were talking to Larry and around that time with Mickelson, and obviously he was with titles for quite a long time, and there was some stuff like they used to always tell me who Phil was in terms of everyone they'd call him a red lighter.
Right. Okay.
They said as soon as the camera was on, as soon as that little red light would go on,
boys on.
Said the teeth would come out, the big thumb would come out, and they said, "Aye, the short thumb," and that was like. That was when he would be who he wanted you to think he was, but behind closed doors, it was always the talk of who he really was always rife.
It's too bad.
Crazy. Did you see Bryson's interview?
I was in the car and I put it on YouTube to listen to it, and within the first, he was going through like, I hit it on this on 10 and this. I'm like, I don't need a play-by-play, so I just turned it off. I didn't watch it at all.
That just seemed unnecessary to me. Like it just seemed like a bit of like a.
I think it's a
cry for attention.
Just
like you didn't need to do that.
No, but I mean, how you instead of doing that, go out and play good golf, and then it's a different story.
Says he's working harder now than he has at any point over the last 3 or 4 years, and he's really working his game. Okay, we'll get back to work.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and tell everyone. The only way people are going to change their opinion of you, from being, a major champion, which he is, multiple major champion, or 2-time major champion, and a guy that's really considered at the top of the game, is if he goes and starts showing that again.
Yeah.
He's fixated with figuring this game out. Right? He even said it in that interview. He said, if I could just find the Greenbrier version of me, I know I'd be. It doesn't matter. And then he obviously wanted to say, like, I dominate this game.
Yeah.
Nobody could live with me. That's what he wanted to say. No one could live with me.
His ego's way too big.
He's like, even though I changed driver, and I didn't feel like I was driving good, I was still number one on driving. And I was like, dude, everyone knows you're a shit iron player.
I know. And
everyone knows you.
I mean, the wedges are no better either. Cut your wedges.
he's actually good round the green with them. He's a good chipper. He's just
full wedges,
everything into the green. He's just not obviously that good, that accurate. And he thinks that he's limiting the variables by going single length and all that sort of stuff. Like he thinks but I just think when you hit the driver the way you do, right? If you think about single length clubs, I don't want to get into this too much because there's a question for you related to this coming. But if you say that you're going to hit the ball as far as he does, you're going to hit a lot of 8s, 9s, wedges, and all your wedges. Why would you make them all long? Do we not all buy into longer clubs are harder to hit than short clubs?
Yeah, totally.
Not all buy into that. So why is it that he continues to make, for somebody who hits as far as he does, it's not like he's hitting 6 irons and 7 irons and 5 irons into the green. He's making the game harder.
Yeah, I agree.
It seems to me. And maybe, listen, maybe I'm over
I think
simplifying
though,
it.
People on his team or people that he's worked with, whether it's engineers of golf companies, where I think they're just afraid.
You're not allowed to question Bryson.
Yeah, I think they're just they're afraid to say something. I don't know. I was head of an OEM and he came to me and he's complaining he wants this and this.
Who's the Cobra rep? That was the top lad on tour. Is it Ben Shillman?
Showman, yeah. Showman?
I think it's Shillman. I think so. Anyway, it's something like that.
Yeah, Canadian lad.
Lovely guy.
Yeah.
I've met him a couple of times. Really, really good guy. And by all accounts, one of the best.
Yeah, knows his stuff for sure.
Knows his stuff. Like if you need, on a much more sort of deeper level of understanding of things than even 95% tour reps. Most of them are out there shaking hands and, this is this.
Yeah. Oh, look at the marketing.
He knows his stuff. Apparently he just wouldn't work with him.
I don't blame him.
He was just like, I'm trying to help this guy. We're making prototype this, prototype that. Everything's wrong. It's all our fault. Remember the Open Championship when he
called his driver out?
And he was blaming the company. It's not me. It's this thing.
If I was a tour rep, or if I was head of a OEM, from stories we've heard in the past, I'd be the happiest guy to see off my staff.
That's when I was so surprised TaylorMade started making prototypes for him.
I know, but would you? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're inviting the chaos.
Yeah,
the
totally,
circus.
totally.
And it's costing you, by the way. Because what are you going to profit from that? It's not like everyone knows what it is. This 200 plus, model. It's not going to be for the general public. So how is the QI4D brand going to benefit from Bryson sort of using
You're right.
that?
If he was to win the U.S. Open with a 200 plus, you and I can't play it.
Yeah. It's not. I mean, I don't think Crank probably saw a huge spike. They saw a big spike in their sales. There's a lawsuit coming your way.
Oh, come at me. Talk to my lawyer.
So I don't know. I just think there's an accountability thing with Bryson. There's got to be an accountability to the whole thing. There's people have come and gone from his team. His original coach, Mike Shy, and it seems like all these guys have come and gone because at some point, I'm sure there's been.
They just go, I can't be.
Yeah, they'll probably try to tell him what they believe is going on. Listen, this is what you really need to do. Doesn't want to hear it. He's still obsessed with 3D printing these irons.
I don't think this is not a top secret story. This was told. I think I read it online as well. But I remember we heard that he was working with this one length stuff and he was complaining about his wedges and he was down at Albany and we picked up a standard length PXG 60 degree and apparently he just loved it. And the team were like, well, we can make you the wedge, but it's not just the head that's very good or the stock dynamic gold that you're using. It's standard length.
Yeah.
It didn't have a Jumbotron grip on it. It was just normal. And it's like, you think that would have been an awakening for him to be like, okay, maybe I'll cut some of my clubs. Still full ride in the one length.
And he says he's tried it. He says he said before, he's like, I went back to standard length and, he's like, you don't think I've tried that, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, he's got to commit to one or the other and go that direction. I just think he's got to use a bit of logic.
Yeah.
He's the scientist who thinks that he can figure out every problem with
I'm glad he got rid of that goofy hat he used to wear too.
That was
my granddad had one of those.
The flat cap's not.
That's a rough look.
It's not the answer, is it? So on that point, my question to you is, and we'll probably just discuss that. I've already ruined the question. What does Bryson need to do to get his game back, Michael?
I cut the clubs.
Make a commitment to...
Totally. During the winter, I watched a lot of his break 50 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's hitting shots into the greens, again, that's just a fun round of golf from the front tees. He's putting wedge in his hand, missed greens, not hitting it tight. You watch Rory hit a wedge shot full. And I'm not saying in the same video, but, they're tight, they're consistent, the ball flight's good. For him, it's just almost like, hope, hit and hope. You know what I mean? And like we said earlier, there's got to be someone on his team, or he's smart enough to know, let's get some data on it. Let's get some numbers. If you're that, hot and horny over numbers, I don't think the same length wedges makes any sense because he's not great. Like on a full wedge shot, I don't think it's spectacular whatsoever.
I mean, he's using obviously irons with bulge and roll, curved faced irons. He's probably using irons with too much tech. I mean, look at who are the top guys in the game right now. So let's look. You've got Scottie, Rory. Who's three in the world?
Well, Fitzy's inside top 10.
He's got to be there or thereabouts. Where is the World Golf Rankings? Fill the space, Michael, while I grab this.
No, I don't know. It's got to be his equipment related because it's not his swing. Yeah, he's fast, but just go back and watch some wedge shots. It's not ideal.
Scottie, Rory, Cam Young, top three guys.
Blades.
Fitzy, Henley, Morikawa, Fleetwood. Players, Cavity, or Blades.
Yeah.
Right? Rosie, obviously, in his new McLaren irons. Wyndham Clark is in, what's he in? T1s?
T1s, yeah.
And T2s. So the guys are using stuff there that eliminate sort of the jumpier ball flights. That to me, like Bryson's distance control, it's got to be quite difficult because he's using these irons that, I mean, I don't know how much help. I mean, there's a load of weight in the toe. They've got that big tungsten kind of black block where he puts his logo on it and stuff like that on the toe. And there's just a lot going on. And the other guys are simplifying the game.
Yeah,
that's what to me it comes down to. Everyone else is trying to simplify it. He's trying to make it more complicated. 100%. And I think from there, and listen, and for the people who get at us because he's a contentious figure, and they think we're haters of him. We're not.
No.
It's not coming from a place of hate. It's coming from a place of confusion as to why are you the only one who thinks they play by this set of rules that you're trying to figure. And maybe that's the game for him. Maybe that's what he wants to do.
I mean, listen though, but if everything worked at what he was doing, more guys would attempt something like that. And you don't see that. You see a lot of guys just fit and go. You know what I mean? I think he's over exaggerating or he's making it too difficult. And it's one of those where just go play some golf.
You ever seen Cars?
No.
So Lightning McQueen,
right?
The main character.
That's the red guy.
Cars, aye. So great driver, but the thing the pit crew said is, he didn't need somebody to change his tires. He didn't need a pit team, to give him information because he was, he could do it all.
Right.
And it seems like he's a bit like that. Like he's trying to be the engineer. He's trying to obviously be the player. He is the scientist. He's trying to be the data analyst. Just be the golfer. It's hard enough.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's a reason these guys have teams and stuff like that. There's, I don't know. Let it flow in a way. Like just go play golf.
I mean, and the guy is incredible. He there's no doubt about it.
Totally,
so talented. So just drives the pants off it pretty much every time he plays. For a while, he was an incredible putter. People used to say like, you've no idea how good a putter this guy is. It's always kind of been the iron play that has been the weak link of his game. But apparently his putting's kind of went a little bit off his speed. Right. He's been saying his speed control, but that's got to be, it's a bit of an odd one because he doesn't play with putters that much.
No.
He's got his kind of like arm lock situation, and he's got his speed kind of like system. That's got to be a little bit of practice and reps and making sure he's spending enough time actually on the green going through that process.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't hate the guy. I think he's a good golfer, but I think he could be so much better. Like, he should have been more dominant in the game of golf than what he is.
Yeah. Or even more competitive.
Yeah.
More consistently competitive. I don't think he ever had the game. He has a game for dominance. If he's at the top of his game, he's never had the consistency levels for that.
Yeah.
I've said it for years. He plays in small. He plays at a high level for small pockets. Then he does disappear. You can look at his career, over the years. That is exactly. Remember a few years ago he won. Did he win the Dubai Desert Classic? He started the year so hot, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Bryson's just going to batter everyone." And obviously coming up to the Masters and stuff, and then he just fell disappeared.
Yeah.
And he does that. He's so hot and cold, and when he's hot, he's red hot.
Yeah,
he's good for a 50. Was it 58 or 59 he shot?
58.
58, wasn't it?
Maybe
one or the other.
Yeah.
But like that's the type of thing when he's on, it's like,
it's
good luck.
It's insane.
So hope he gets it back. Hope he figures it out. He's working hard, but
is there a live event before the Open?
No.
I mean, that's the thing.
Well, I'm saying that. Let me look.
I play more golf than the live guy.
Maybe there is.
livegolf.com.
Live golf schedule. The next event is at the JCB. I knew the next one was in the UK. 23rd to the 26th. That's the week after the Open, is it not?
After, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because is it Scottish this week?
No, I think there's one more week to the Scottish Open.
Right, okay.
Scottish Open 2026. I tell you, I'd love to be home for that. Yeah, not this week, but next week, July 9th to the 12th.
Yeah.
The Renaissance Club. Anyway, what do we think, Mikey boy? There's obviously we're proponents of custom fitting. Obviously, when it comes to equipment, and we're talking about Bryson and optimizing his equipment to the nth degree and pushing that beyond the limits of really where function, or optimization. It can go almost too far to chase of optimization. I think what tour players want is comfort.
Yeah.
I think they just want to know what something does. Doesn't have to spin the most. Doesn't have to be the fastest ball speed. It just needs to. You just got to be comfortable with it. That under the gun, you're Aaron Rai, and you've got 5 holes to go, and you need to drive it on a string to win a US Open, and an M6 with an Aldila Synergy shaft is going to get it done. You need to believe in the club you've got in your hands.
I think people can overthink it. We've seen clients overthink it. I've worked with guys that overthink it, and it's one of those where it's like, I obviously you and I believe in custom fitting to the moon, but I just saw a text there from a friend who's, asking about, they're struggling with their ball flight, and they go, what's a second set irons I could use for better ball flight? And I'm like, part of me is like, I love the thought, of someone thinking, what else could they do? Is there something that they could try? They're in a beautiful set of irons. They were custom fit for the irons. The data shows the irons work. When you play 3 times a week, there's going to be days where the ball doesn't fly as high as you'd like it to fly. Also, what is your expectations? You know what I mean? So I think there has to become a part of comfort. I've played wedges with the same shaft. There's no data telling me that the shaft's better or that I'm going to hit it better. It's a comfort thing. Something I look down at that I go, I've used this forever. I don't need to change.
Have you got?
Well, I don't have them right now, but I use those DG spinners forever.
Right.
And I was thinking the other day, I was like, I might throw DG spinners in the Vokies or something like that. But same thing for me, like with woods. Like once my set's set, Don't get me wrong, I love equipment here and there, and I'll take it out for a round or two or whatever. But really, I'm kind of set because I just want to be comfortable with the stuff I have. I couldn't imagine, especially for a player, when a company releases a driver and they put 4 guys put it in play at a major, that's a bit risky, I think. No matter how good you hit it. Like you hit we'll use GTS for example. Guys put it in play, GT's really good, then they're putting GTS in. I know these guys have been testing and stuff like that, but
it's different. Look at Scottie trying to implement QI35 or even QI4D.
Totally.
Just not easy for him.
Not easy. So I like the Aaron Rise of the world where there is a slight bit of comfort. Everyone goes, "Oh my God, he's using old product." Yeah, it's old, but it gets the job done.
Did Spieth put a lap putter in the bag this week?
There was a photo of him on the range with like 5 mallets leaning against his bag, and there was 3 labs there. I didn't see if he rolled a lab, but he's obviously leaning towards the mallet life. So who knows? I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, his putting's not. I mean, you would know the stats and stuff, but his putting's not the greatest. And I think someone like a Spieth would just love to get a couple wins under his belt. Before the clock runs out.
He would just love to try and get that feeling again.
Totally.
That is so much what it is for a player like that, because I think his game is trending well. In a lot of ways, he has more firepower than he did, when he was winning. He just doesn't know what that feeling is anymore. Yeah. He isn't that guy anymore. And he said it himself. He went through a period probably for a couple of years where he actually didn't want to do it anymore. Like and when you hear that from a player, it's like, wow, that's...
when you hear it from a player who's
that young.
32 years old now, but he was 27 saying that, that's a lot.
Totally. What are some examples through the years of the best examples of people who have just got that comfort? I call them comfort clubs, that home base. The Henrik Stenson 3-wood to me springs to mind. I'll start it off. That's one that...
Yeah, the old Hammer Stenson's 3-wood.
Diablo with the Graphloid Blue in there.
Brooks Koepka's Nike driving iron.
Yeah, the Nike, what was that?
Vapor.
Vapor, yeah.
I mean, Scottie with the Srixon driving iron. Tiger
Watson,
with
S55s.
Bubba Watson S55s.
Tough to get those out of his bag. That bi-matrix shaft he had in his, he's all the new tech in the world, and he's got this true temper bi-matrix.
Yeah, crazy. Did Tiger play an M5 5-wood for a long time? Again, there's one.
Patrick Cantley with those 714 AP2s.
I mean, that story's nuts.
Yeah.
I listen. If it works, if it ain't broke, why fix it? Unless there's something that you can prove. Like if I was a player on tour, I would probably I probably wouldn't replace stuff all the time. Now, wedges and stuff's different because you want fresh grooves and stuff like that. But if I want a major with T100s and then they go, oh, you know what, we've got T700s coming out next year with, unicorn dust. Be like, man, I don't know, T100s are pretty good for me.
Yeah. And when it's your time to change.
Yeah.
By all means, when it's your time to change, something, change something. We're not certainly saying, don't and what have you, but if you have a club that works functionally, probably just, work around it, build around it, because there'll be times when you need that level of comfort.
Totally.
Morikawa talked about that, I think, recently at the US Open it was a lob wedge he was trying to put in. I think he probably thought the greens were going to be super firm and he would need a lob wedge, and he kept digging it, and his technique's a little the dodgy, diggy side at the best of times. And I think he said he went back to his older wedge, and he said he just all of a sudden could feel the strike again, and bottomed out at the right point, didn't dig it, it would slide on him a little bit more. And is that more important than 200 or 300 RPMs of spin?
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Damn right it is, because flubbing a chip, that's a shot dropped.
Yeah.
Right, and if you don't do is 200 or 300 RPMs less going to cause you to drop a shot? Absolutely
no. And when you put a new club in the bag and you hit a couple, stinkers with it, it kind of resonates in your head. You go, oh, is this not as good as my old club? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And obviously, if you have something that you were a worldie with, put it back in the bag, you start hitting lovely shots again. There is a mental aspect to it, and if that's going to keep you confident, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Agreed.
But it still doesn't mean don't get fit. You got to get fit and understand why and what works, but don't just start buying things off the rack.
No, definitely. And any clubs that are questionable, there's so many good systems out there. I would lean towards Arcos if it was me. Get the data to tell you what's working and what's not. These guys know that.
Totally.
I would say to anyone, get the data to back up your equipment choices. Have you seen did you look at the new update on the app, the Arcos app? So good.
My link's not charged.
So good. I was supposed to get a new charger from this. Supposed to come a couple of weeks ago. Incredible. It's really impressive, the new
Is it?
The new platform. It tells you so much more, not just sort of the statistics. It'll literally show you your last, if you look at your chipping, shows you in quadrants where you miss it, long right,
cool.
short left, whatever it is. Really, really impressive stuff. So again, get the data, take it to a fitter, work with them, and make sure either the equipment you've got right now is working optimally, or figure out some new stuff that will get the job done.
Exactly.
Michael, anything else on your end?
That is it. Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada Day. It's weird to be saying that when it's not Canada Day.
I know.
Yep, indeed. Happy Canada Day, Canada. Happy 250th to our friends south of the border, our lovely friends in the US of A.
Happy 100th to you.
Happy, something to me. All right, guys. We hopefully now, the little PSA, we might not be here
next week.
We'll be here next. What day is it? Next week. We'll be here next week for sure.
Okay.
On the 6th. TBD the week after.
Week, yeah.
That we may not be
Maybe
here.
a little midsummer's break.
Yes, we might not be here that week. So stay tuned. And if we're not here, miss us, and we'll be back most likely.
Subscribe.
The week after probably the week after the Open. We'll be back for an Open debrief at some point.
Like the podcast, share the podcast, subscribe.
Yeah.
Leave a comment. Have a laugh.
All of that. All right, guys. Take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you soon.